Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Healthy Life. I'm truly grateful to have you with me today because what we're about to talk about might surprise you, and it could make a real difference in how you feel after your meals. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten something that's supposed to be healthy, like yogurt, only to find yourself feeling a bit off afterward? Maybe your stomach feels a little bloated, maybe you feel gassy, or just not quite right. If that's ever happened to you, you're definitely not alone. Yogurt is often hailed as one of the healthiest foods for our gut, and in many ways it is. It's packed with probiotics, those friendly bacteria that help us digest food better, support our immune system, and even boost mental clarity. But here's the important part. While yogurt is a powerful healing food, it's also incredibly sensitive. What you eat with it can completely change how it behaves in your body. In fact, when yogurt is mixed with the wrong kinds of food, those helpful bacteria, the ones doing all the good work, can get wiped out. Even worse, it can lead to fermentation inside your gut, which causes bloating, gas, discomfort, and over time, even gut imbalances that affect your energy, your mood, and your digestion. So today, we're going to get really clear about 3 foods you should never mix with yogurt, especially if you're over 50 and your digestion isn't what it used to be. But don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. I'll also share 3 amazing foods that pair beautifully with yogurt and can actually make it more healing, more nourishing, and more effective for your overall well-being. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what not to mix with yogurt, but exactly how to eat it in a way that leaves you feeling light, energized, and truly nourished. But before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment below with your city or country. I always enjoy seeing where everyone's watching from. It creates a sense of connection, no matter how far apart we may be. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness tips like these. You really don't want to miss what's coming next. So let's begin with why yogurt is both powerful and sensitive. As we grow older, many of us notice that our digestion just doesn't work the way it used to. Foods we once enjoyed without a second thought might now leave us feeling sluggish, bloated, or uncomfortable. That's not your imagination. It's simply biology. As we age, our digestive enzymes decrease. The natural balance of gut bacteria shifts, and our body becomes more sensitive to how foods interact with one another. This is where yogurt comes in. Yogurt is rich in probiotics, which are live, beneficial bacteria that support digestion, help break down food, defend against harmful bacteria, and even support brain function and emotional health. For older adults, yogurt can be one of the most supportive and healing foods available. But, and this is critical, yogurt works best when it's combined with the right foods. Think of it like a natural medicine, powerful but easily thrown off course. Some food combinations can kill the probiotics before they reach the gut, cause slow digestion, or even trigger gas, bloating, or fermentation in the intestines. So now, let's talk about the first food you should never eat with yogurt, and it might be sitting in your fridge right now. Food number 1, fruit, especially citrus and melons. Now this might surprise you. After all, yogurt and fruit are often seen as a classic health food combo. Walk into any grocery store, and you'll find rows of strawberry yogurt, blueberry yogurt, peach yogurt. It all sounds healthy, doesn't it? But here's what many people don't know. Mixing yogurt with fruit, especially citrus fruits or melons, can actually cause more harm than good, especially for older adults with slower digestion. Let's break it down. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, and even certain berries are naturally very acidic. When you combine that acidity with the dairy proteins in yogurt, it can lead to something called curdling. And this doesn't just happen in the bowl. It happens in your stomach too. That curdled mixture becomes thick, heavy, and difficult to digest, especially if your stomach isn't producing as many enzymes as it used to. The result? Gas, bloating, and a heavy, uncomfortable feeling that can last for hours. Now let's talk about melons, like watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. Melons are what we call fast-digesting fruits. They're designed to move quickly through the digestive tract. But yogurt digests much more slowly. When you combine the two, the melon gets trapped behind the yogurt in your digestive system. And when that happens, it begins to ferment. That fermentation leads to excess gas, cramping, loose bowels, and sometimes even nausea. Even Ayurvedic medicine, one of the oldest healing systems in the world, warns against mixing fruit with dairy, especially for people with sluggish or weakened digestion, like many of us over 50. Let me give you a real-life example. My friend Margaret. She's 72, vibrant, active, and very health-conscious. Every morning, she had yogurt with grapefruit slices. She thought it was the perfect breakfast. But every day, like clockwork, she'd feel nauseous and bloated. We couldn't figure out why. Then one day, she removed the citrus from her yogurt. Just like that, her discomfort disappeared. She swapped the fruit for something warm and gentle, and she hasn't had a single stomach issue since. Instead of fresh fruit, try pairing your yogurt with something that's easy on the stomach, naturally sweet, and supports digestion. One perfect example: warm, stewed apples with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Not only do they taste absolutely delicious, but they're also soothing, gentle on the gut, and rich in natural pectin, a fiber that feeds your good bacteria. It's a combination that works with your body, not against it. Number 2, avoid pairing yogurt with meat or other high-protein meals. Now let's move on to the second food combination you should avoid. And this one tends to sneak into our meals without us even realizing it. It's meat and other high-protein foods, especially when paired with yogurt at lunch or dinner. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal. After all, protein is important, right? Absolutely. But here's what most people don't realize. Yogurt is already a protein-rich food on its own. When you combine it with another dense source of protein, such as beef, chicken, pork, or even eggs, you're essentially doubling the workload for your digestive system. This becomes especially important if you're over the age of 50, because as we get older, our digestive power naturally declines. The stomach produces less acid, the digestive enzymes become weaker, and the gut becomes more sensitive to food combinations. When you put two heavy proteins together, your digestive system has to work overtime just to break it all down. Here's what happens inside your body. Protein digestion requires a highly acidic environment. When you overload the stomach with too much protein at once, it slows down digestion dramatically. That food ends up sitting in your stomach longer than it should. And when it sits too long, it can begin to ferment or putrefy, leading to symptoms like gas, bloating, acid reflux, heaviness, and even inflammation over time. But there's another issue too. Yogurt contains probiotics, those beneficial live bacteria that support your digestion and immunity. Unfortunately, when you consume yogurt with a heavy protein meal, the surge in stomach acid can destroy those delicate probiotics, making the yogurt far less effective, or even completely useless, in supporting your gut health. Let me share a real story that brings this point home. A gentleman named Rob from Wisconsin, a regular viewer of our channel, once told me that he loved having a generous scoop of Greek yogurt on the side of his grilled steak dinner. He thought he was doing something healthy, but after every meal he felt bloated, tired, and sometimes even nauseous. We made one small change. We simply moved the yogurt to earlier in the day, letting him enjoy it as a light snack a few hours before his heavier meal. Within a week, he wrote back saying he hadn't felt that light and comfortable after meals in years. Think of your digestive system like a fireplace. You can't just toss a massive pile of logs in and expect it to burn efficiently. You have to feed the fire gradually, in the right order. The same goes for digestion. So if you're someone who enjoys meat, and there's nothing wrong with that, just keep your yogurt separate. Enjoy it as a morning snack, an afternoon pick-me-up, or even as a light evening treat. That way, your body can fully absorb all the benefits without being overburdened. Number 3, avoid combining yogurt with spicy or fried foods. Now let's talk about the third food group that should never be eaten with yogurt. And this one might surprise you: spicy and fried foods. Now don't get me wrong, a little spice can be delicious, and the occasional crispy snack is something we all enjoy. But when you mix these with yogurt, it creates a problem, especially for people over 50. Let's start with spicy foods, like chili peppers, hot sauces, curry, and other pungent spices. These ingredients can be very irritating to the lining of the stomach, particularly if your digestive system is already a bit sensitive. When you add yogurt on top, which is naturally cooling and mucus-forming, you're creating a sort of digestive confusion. Your stomach doesn't know whether to heat up or cool down. That imbalance can trigger symptoms like bloating, indigestion, excess gas, or acid reflux, often within minutes of finishing the meal. And now for fried foods. These are typically cooked in refined, processed oils that are already difficult to digest. They tend to be heavy, greasy, and lacking in natural fiber. When you combine fried foods with yogurt, you create a dense, sluggish meal that can sit in your stomach for hours. That feeling of heaviness? That's your gut struggling to move things along. And for older adults, this combination can even lead to inflammation, which in some cases may show up as joint stiffness, fatigue, or fogginess the next day. Let me share a story I'll never forget. A lovely woman named Gloria, 65 years young, told me she had a Friday night tradition. She would treat herself to fried samosas with a yogurt dip. She loved the flavor, but every Saturday morning she woke up feeling bloated, foggy-headed, and just off. I suggested a small shift. Enjoy the yogurt separately, maybe earlier in the day, and save the samosas for another time, without the dairy. Just 1 week later, she wrote me and said, "I didn't just feel better. Honey, I felt younger." And that's the magic of respecting your digestion. Small changes can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. So here's the bottom line. If you love spicy or fried foods, enjoy them occasionally, but try not to pair them with yogurt. Let yogurt stand on its own, or mix it with foods that complement its calming, healing nature. And speaking of that, let's move on to the part everyone's been waiting for. So far, we've covered the 3 food combinations to avoid. But now let's talk about the good stuff. The foods that actually enhance yogurt's power and make it even more beneficial for your gut and overall health. These combinations are soothing, easy to digest, and especially well-suited for anyone over the age of 50. When paired properly, these foods can help you feel lighter, more energized, and balanced throughout the day. 1. Cooked apples with cinnamon, a gentle, healing match for yogurt. In the world of healthy eating, raw fruits often get all the praise. But as we get older, our digestion changes, and sometimes we need foods that are a little softer, a little warmer, and much easier to break down. That's why cooked apples with a sprinkle of cinnamon are one of the best things you can pair with yogurt, especially if you're over 50. Apples are rich in fiber, antioxidants, and a special soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin acts as a prebiotic, meaning it feeds the healthy bacteria already living in your gut. The same bacteria that yogurt provides in the form of probiotics. But here's the key. Raw apples can be tough on sensitive stomachs. The skins can be rough, the fibers are harder to digest, and their cold temperature may slow down your digestion. Gently cooking the apples, perhaps by simmering them in a little water or steaming until soft, transforms them into something soothing and gut-friendly. It breaks down the tough fibers, making the fruit much easier to digest, while still preserving the nutrients. The cinnamon adds more than just flavor. It has anti-inflammatory properties and can help regulate blood sugar, making it a wonderful addition for older adults managing digestion or energy levels. So the next time you're reaching for yogurt, consider warming up some soft apple slices, dust them with cinnamon, and enjoy them together. It's not only delicious, it's truly nourishing. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the true magic of cinnamon, a spice that does far more than just flavor your food. While it's often praised for its sweet, warming aroma, cinnamon is actually one of the most powerful natural remedies available in your spice rack. First and foremost, cinnamon is a natural anti-inflammatory, which means it helps calm down internal inflammation, something that becomes increasingly important as we get older. Chronic low-grade inflammation is often at the root of digestive discomfort, bloating, and even joint pain. By reducing this inflammation, cinnamon can help soothe the digestive tract and promote a more comfortable, balanced gut. But that's not all. Cinnamon also plays a crucial role in blood sugar regulation. It helps improve insulin sensitivity and slows the rate at which sugar is released into your bloodstream after meals. This is especially beneficial for those managing type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or simply experiencing occasional blood sugar spikes and crashes. As we age, the body naturally becomes more sensitive to these swings, making cinnamon a valuable ally for metabolic health. On a more subtle level, cinnamon warms the digestive system. In traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, cinnamon is seen as a warming herb that stimulates circulation and awakens digestive fire. This warming effect can gently encourage intestinal movement, helping to support regular bowel function, something many people over 50 begin to struggle with. And beyond the science, Cinnamon carries an emotional comfort that's hard to describe but easy to feel. The scent of simmering apples with cinnamon can instantly transport you back to your childhood. The kitchen filled with warmth, memories of your mother's cooking, or cozy autumn days where everything felt safe and familiar. That emotional connection is just as healing as the physical benefits. So what happens when you combine cooked apples and cinnamon with plain yogurt? You create a digestive powerhouse. The yogurt delivers probiotics, the live beneficial bacteria that strengthen your gut microbiome and immune system. The stewed apples bring prebiotics, the specific fibers, like pectin, that feed and sustain those probiotics. And the cinnamon ties it all together, enhancing flavor while reducing inflammation, regulating blood sugar, and boosting gut function. It's more than a meal. It's a therapeutic blend that works with your body, not against it. I'll never forget a message I received from one of our longtime viewers, Diane, age 71. She had been faithfully eating yogurt with raw berries for years, believing it was the healthiest option. But over time, she started to feel discomfort, bloating, gas, and heaviness in her belly. I suggested she try replacing the raw berries with warm, stewed apples and cinnamon, stirred gently into plain yogurt each morning. A week later, she wrote back, "My bloating is gone. I have more energy. I feel lighter, not just in my body, but in my mood too." That's the power of choosing foods that support your digestion at this stage of life. If you'd like to try this healing combination at home, here's how simple it is. Peel and slice 1 or 2 apples. Any sweet variety like Fuji, Gala, or Honeycrisp will do. Place the slices in a small pot with just a splash of water. Cover and simmer gently over low heat for about 10 minutes until they're fork tender and fragrant. Sprinkle with a little ground cinnamon while they're still warm. Let them cool slightly, then stir them into a bowl of plain, unsweetened yogurt. You can enjoy this dish as a light breakfast, a soothing afternoon snack, or even a gentle dessert after dinner. It's the perfect example of food that's comforting, healing, and functional. A true gift for your gut, your body, and your spirit. 2. Ground flaxseed or chia seeds. Tiny seeds with tremendous healing power for the gut. Sometimes the most potent healers in nature come in the smallest, most unassuming forms. And that couldn't be truer than with flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny nutritional powerhouses are often overlooked, but when stirred into yogurt, they become one of the most effective natural combinations for promoting regularity, supporting heart health, and easing digestive discomfort, especially for older adults. Let's start with flax seeds. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based fat that's known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation, especially in the gut, is a common yet quiet contributor to many issues we associate with aging, such as bloating, irregular digestion, constipation, and even discomfort after meals. By helping reduce this inflammation, flax seeds support a healthier gut environment where good bacteria can thrive and digestion can move smoothly. But flax seeds offer more than just healthy fats. They're also packed with soluble fiber, which has a gentle bulking effect in the intestines. This type of fiber absorbs water and turns into a soft gel-like substance in the gut, which makes bowel movements easier and more regular. For many people over 50 who deal with sluggish digestion or chronic constipation, this simple addition can make a world of difference. And then there's lignin, a unique plant compound found in abundance in flax seeds. Lignans are powerful antioxidants that also support hormone balance, and some research suggests they may even help protect against hormone-related cancers and age-associated chronic conditions. It's incredible to think that a single tablespoon of ground flaxseed can deliver this much healing potential. Now let's talk about chia seeds. Chia seeds are equally impressive. When soaked in liquid, like yogurt or water, they form a gel-like texture due to their soluble fiber content. This gel not only adds a satisfying texture to your yogurt, but also acts like a soft brush that gently cleanses your intestinal walls as it passes through. This can relieve constipation, reduce bloating, and support smoother digestion, without the harshness of chemical laxatives or aggressive fiber supplements. Chia seeds also contain plant-based protein, calcium, magnesium, and even trace minerals that support bone strength, energy production, and cardiovascular function, all of which are essential for aging well. And like flax seeds, they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, making them a great anti-inflammatory addition to your daily routine. So, what happens when you stir flaxseed or chia seeds into your yogurt? You create a supercharged, digestion-friendly combination that provides probiotics from yogurt to strengthen your gut microbiome, soluble fiber from seeds to promote regular, comfortable bowel movements, anti-inflammatory nutrients to calm the gut and protect the intestinal lining, and long-lasting energy to carry you through your day without heaviness or sluggishness. I'll share a story from one of our viewers, Marlene, age 67. She wrote in saying she had struggled with irregular digestion for years and often felt backed up and bloated by midday. She didn't want to rely on fiber powders or pills, so we suggested a natural switch. Stir 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed into her yogurt each morning and alternate with chia seeds every few days. 2 weeks later, Marlene wrote back, "It's like my whole system got a reset. I'm more regular, less bloated, and I have more clarity during the day. I didn't realize how much my digestion was affecting everything else." That's the beauty of these tiny seeds. They don't just improve your digestion, they support your entire sense of well-being. If you'd like to try it at home, here's what to do. For flax seeds, use ground flaxseed, not whole, as whole flax seeds can pass through the body undigested. Just add 1 tablespoon to a bowl of plain yogurt. You can combine this with a few stewed apples or a touch of honey for extra flavor. For chia seeds, add 1 tablespoon to your yogurt and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. This allows the seeds to swell and soften, creating a pudding-like texture that's both satisfying and soothing. You can enjoy this as a nourishing breakfast, a gentle midday snack, or even a light evening treat. It's a small addition that brings big health returns, helping you feel lighter, more regular, and more vibrant with each passing day. Chia seeds may be tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These little wonders carry a powerhouse of nutrition in each spoonful. And while they work a bit differently than flax seeds, the benefits they offer, especially for older adults, are just as remarkable. When chia seeds are soaked in a liquid, like water, milk, or even yogurt, they begin to absorb moisture and swell up, forming a soft, gel-like coating. This unique texture isn't just interesting to look at. It plays an important role in your digestion. That gel acts like a natural lubricant, helping food and waste move more smoothly through the intestines. This gentle action can be incredibly helpful if you're someone who struggles with constipation, irregularity, or a sluggish digestive system, which often becomes more common as we age. But their benefits go far beyond just gut comfort. Chia seeds are packed with dietary fiber, both soluble and insoluble. This means they not only help soften your stool and encourage regular bowel movements, but they also help feed the good bacteria in your gut, which thrive on this kind of prebiotic fiber. The result, a happier, more balanced microbiome, which can influence everything from your mood to your immune system. And there's more. Chia seeds are an excellent source of plant-based protein, which supports muscle maintenance and repair, something that's vital for healthy aging. They're also loaded with essential minerals like calcium, to help support bone strength, magnesium, to assist with energy production, relaxation, and heart rhythm, phosphorus, for cellular repair and bone integrity. What makes them even more appealing is that chia seeds are naturally gluten-free, very low in sugar, and easy on sensitive stomachs, making them a fantastic option for people with food sensitivities, blood sugar concerns, or those who are simply trying to eat cleaner and feel better. When you stir chia seeds or ground flaxseed into a bowl of plain, unsweetened yogurt, something beautiful happens. You're not just creating a quick snack. You're creating a nutritional powerhouse designed to support your gut, your energy, and your overall vitality. Here's why it works so well. You boost your fiber intake, which helps keep digestion regular and smooth. You create a nurturing home for probiotics, the beneficial bacteria in yogurt. These microbes need prebiotics, like fiber from seeds, to thrive and stay active in your gut, which supports better digestion and stronger immunity. It's incredibly simple, no cooking or fancy gadgets required. Step 1. Take 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, always ground, as whole flaxseed may pass through undigested, or 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Step 2. Stir it into a small bowl of plain yogurt, Greek or regular, as long as it has live active cultures. Step 3. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the seeds to soften and blend smoothly. Chia seeds will develop a gentle, pudding-like texture, while flaxseed will thicken the yogurt slightly and blend in evenly. Want to enhance the flavor naturally? Try adding a dash of cinnamon for warmth and metabolism support, a drizzle of raw honey for sweetness and antioxidants, or a few warm stewed apples or pears for added comfort and prebiotic fiber. You can also make this the night before. Just stir the seeds into the yogurt and leave it covered in the refrigerator. By morning, you'll have a creamy, gut-soothing treat ready to go. Let me tell you about Tom, a kind-hearted 68-year-old viewer who wrote in a few months ago. He shared that after years of dealing with persistent gut issues, bloating, sluggish digestion, and brain fog, he started a simple new habit. Every evening, he stirred a tablespoon of flaxseed into his yogurt and enjoyed it as a gentle dessert before bed. After just 3 days, he noticed a huge difference. His digestion felt lighter and more regular, his bloating was almost gone, and, what surprised him the most, he felt clearer and more focused during the day. It was like someone turned the lights back on, he wrote. That's the power of small, consistent changes. Adding flaxseed or chia seeds to your yogurt is one of the easiest, most affordable, and effective habits you can adopt. There's no prep time, no complicated ingredients, just a spoon, a bowl, and a few minutes. And yet the results touch so many areas of your health. Your gut, your heart, your brain, your bones, and even your mood. So the next time you reach for a bowl of yogurt, consider sprinkling in a spoonful of one of these tiny superfoods. Your body will thank you, in quiet, powerful ways that matter most. 3 cooked or soaked oats. A time-tested, gentle companion to yogurt for digestive wellness. When it comes to comfort food, something warm, familiar, and nourishing, few ingredients compare to oats. For generations, oats have been a trusted staple in American kitchens, served with love at breakfast tables and known for their wholesome, heartwarming simplicity. But oats are more than just a cozy morning meal. They are also a powerful ally for your digestive health, especially when paired with probiotic-rich yogurt. And for older adults seeking gentle, reliable gut support, this combination is nothing short of remarkable. Let's explore why. Why oats are so special. Oats are naturally rich in a unique kind of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This type of fiber does several things at once. It helps lower LDL, bad cholesterol, protecting your heart. It slows down the absorption of sugar, helping stabilize blood sugar levels. It strengthens your immune defenses by supporting key immune cells. But here's where oats really shine. They're also a prebiotic food. That means they help feed and nourish the healthy bacteria already living in your gut, including the probiotics you get from yogurt. Think of it like this. Yogurt brings the good guests to the party, and oats provide the food that keeps them dancing. This harmonious teamwork between probiotics from yogurt and prebiotics from oats creates a balanced, well-fed gut microbiome, which is essential for digestion, mental clarity, immunity, and even mood. As we grow older, our digestive systems often become more sensitive. And while oats are nourishing, how you prepare them makes a big difference. Dry, raw oats, especially the instant kind eaten with cold milk or water, can be difficult to digest. They may cause bloating, discomfort, or sluggishness, particularly if your digestion is already compromised. Here are 2 easy, gut-friendly ways to enjoy oats with yogurt. 1. Warm cooked oats with yogurt. Cook your oats on the stovetop using water or milk, just until they're tender and creamy. Let them cool slightly. You don't want the heat to harm the yogurt's probiotics. And then stir in a spoonful or 2 of plain yogurt. The result is a comforting, creamy bowl that soothes your belly and supports digestion. It's like a warm hug in food form. You can enhance the flavor and benefits by adding a sprinkle of cinnamon, which can calm inflammation and regulate blood sugar. A few stewed apples or pears, rich in soluble fiber and gentle on digestion. A dash of nutmeg or ground ginger, for warmth and digestive ease. 2. Overnight oats, a cold, creamy morning treat. Perfect for busy mornings or warmer weather, overnight oats are incredibly simple. Combine half a cup of dry oats with half a cup of plain yogurt. Add a bit of liquid, water, almond milk, or dairy milk. Stir in your favorite extras, chia seeds, cinnamon, soft fruit, or a spoonful of ground flaxseed. Let the mixture sit in the fridge overnight. By morning, the oats will have softened beautifully, and the flavors will be rich, blended, and incredibly satisfying. It's a ready-made, gut-loving breakfast that requires 0 effort when you wake up. Let me share the story of Yvonne, a kind-hearted woman in her early 70s from Michigan. For years, she had sworn off oats. "They make me feel bloated and sluggish," she said. When I asked how she was preparing them, she explained that she was using dry, instant oats with cold milk, a method that can often irritate sensitive digestion. We made a simple change. I suggested she try lightly cooked oats, mixed with plain yogurt, a dash of cinnamon, and warm stewed apples. 2 weeks later, Yvonne reported back with joy in her voice. "My digestion feels calm again. I don't feel bloated after eating, and my energy during the day is noticeably better. I even feel like my brain fog has lifted." All it took was a small shift in how she prepared her oats. Sometimes that's all our bodies are asking for: a little gentleness, a little warmth, and a little patience. This isn't a trendy health hack or a superfood craze. It's just real food, used wisely and with care. Oats are affordable, accessible, and deeply nourishing when cooked or soaked properly. Paired with yogurt, they create a meal that not only tastes great, but feeds your digestive system, supports your heart, calms inflammation, and fuels your brain. So the next time you prepare a bowl of yogurt, consider adding a scoop of warm oats or prepping a jar of overnight oats for the morning. You'll be giving your body what it craves: nourishment that's kind, comforting, and healing. Before we wrap up, let's take a quiet moment together. Not to teach, but to connect. I know that for many of us, food isn't just fuel. It's memory, tradition, comfort, and sometimes confusion. It can feel frustrating when something healthy leaves you feeling worse instead of better. If you've ever had that experience, please hear this. You are not alone. You're not doing anything wrong. Your body is just changing, as all bodies do with time. And that's not a problem. It's an invitation to slow down, to listen, to care for yourself with a little more compassion, to rediscover the foods that feel good, not just for your stomach, but for your soul. And that's why today we talked about yogurt, this humble, healing food that can be a gift to your gut, or a challenge, depending on how you pair it. These foods aren't just nutritional tips. They're acts of self-care, tiny changes that can transform how you feel, one peaceful, healing meal at a time. And if this message spoke to you, if you felt encouraged, comforted, or inspired, please consider sharing it with someone you love: a friend, a neighbor, a sister, someone who may be struggling quietly with their digestion, unsure of where to turn. Because healing begins in the small things. And so often, those small things are right there in our kitchens, waiting to nourish us, one mindful bite at a time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Your support empowers us to keep creating life-changing, uplifting content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.